welcome to my channel. Welcome to our little cozy nook. My name is Simone, aka Euphoric Garden Doodles. We're gonna go ahead and jump into another gameplay. I was playing unpacking for a while, but I decided to go ahead and try something different. We will finish unpacking soon, but I really wanted to give this game a try. I did start playing a little bit of it for a live stream on Twitch, but the sound was trash. It was garbage, so I couldn't even use that video. We're gonna go ahead and continue to play. I'm still gonna start from the beginning because it was that interesting. The last part, I feel like I don't think I remember everything for the last chapter that I did because there was a lot of clues to go through. So I'm really gonna have to take my time with that one. But there may be some other things that I may not have paid attention to in the last gameplay. I didn't get that far, but we're gonna go ahead and get through these chapters before we move on to the next. So let's go ahead and do the case of the golden idol. So yeah, I did get through these. This part was the hardest for me. I have not played this part yet. So what we're gonna do, let's just go ahead. If there are those of you who have already watched a gameplay of this or you've already played the game, I'm really sorry. You can kind of skip through this if you like, and or you don't even have to watch this, or if you just want to watch it for fun, by all means. But for those of you who have never seen this game but you've heard of it, or if you've never heard of it, I'm gonna go ahead and start from the beginning, and we're gonna go ahead and see. So far we have a prologue: an abrupt termination of contract. Study the environment to infer what has happened. So, which I really love. I love these little clues. I love like a nice mystery game, true crime, paranormal, anything that involves a puzzle that I need to put together. Even though I'm not the best at puzzles, I don't consider myself like a big-brained person, but I do enjoy a good puzzle. So obviously there's this guy here. He's pushing this guy off of this cliff here. I'm still not 100% sure why this guy killed this guy. So far what I've gathered is because this guy feels that this guy was pulling the wool over his eyes, so he felt like he needed to unalive this person. I don't know. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I've kind of gone through this part, but again, there are some things that I felt like, I can go back and just kind of oversee again, just kind of review, you know what I mean? So again, we have these two gentlemen. And we have a fire here, we have a tent, we have two bags. We'll get into that in a second, but this guy is having a very unfortunate event, probably the last event of his life. Okay, this clue has been added to the thinking panel. Ah! That is so unfortunate for this guy. Scalpel. January 5th, 1742. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Cloudsley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of the valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. So both Oberon and Albert, or Mr. Cloudsley and Mr. Geller here, they're having a very, just a very unfortunate interaction. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. I don't know why I keep reading that, but it pops up. I can't help but read it every single time I see it. So we have the horn of thumb, the horn of finger, ruins of Xenopolis, Bay of Shadows. So I guess that's all of the names. Albert Cloudsley, Oberon Geller, the locations on the map. medicinal bottle. See, sometimes I wish that you can look closer at certain objects because they let you read notes and things like that, or books or pamphlets or maps, but like I wish that you can click on these things and like maybe get a closer gander to them, but you can't, and that's okay. So now we're gonna do Mr. Murderface over here. But then again, we don't know if the guy who was being pushed off the cliff tried killing Albert, maybe, and maybe he's turned around and just was like, hey, like self-defense, push off cliff, maybe. So we have a note, January 5th, 1742. I feel like I definitely need to remember these dates. So this is 1742. Both parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Okay, so he got the same letter. Again, I have ADHD, so sometimes like things that I read or things that I may go over early on in the day, I'll completely forget the next half of the day. Unless I write it down. But so far, this letter sounds like it's the same one the other guy had. I knew what you were plotting, you snake. Again, not too much to go off of. All we know is that there is this man pushing one man off of a cliff. He has a dagger. The other guy has a scalpel. But for him to have a scalpel, that would make him, obviously a doctor or a surgeon. Like, you don't just carry a scalpel around with you. This guy just has a straight up dagger and a pipe on him. So they both have the same note. They both have a pipe, or one of them has a pipe, the other one has a scalpel, he has a dagger. Okay. What does this other guy have? And a medicine, a map and a medicine. This guy, I noticed he doesn't have a map on him. So why does he have, I don't know. There's something more that this guy knows than this guy for sure. Let's go ahead and look in their bags. 2 bags filled with coins and gems, okay. Tobacco pouch and a pipe cleaner. A bag of medicinal instruments and some medicine. Okay, so that's probably more than likely where the scalpel was. But then again, why does he have the scalpel? He's a doctor, right? He's a medicine man. I don't know, but like, why does he have... If it's just these two guys camping out on a cliff, why does he have a scalpel in his pocket? Why wouldn't it be with the rest of his belongings or the rest of the tools in his bag? I don't know. Again, these are questions that I'm now asking myself after playing a little bit earlier today. So again, there's always like something that pops up that you may not pay attention to. A golden statue with a red stone and a bag filled with coins and gems. So he has a statue. He does not. He just has bags of gems. He has the statue, and the game is called The Case of the Golden Idol. So, okay. So like, let's see. So this. I gotta read their note again, but this I'm assuming is Albert Cloudsley. Oops, no, we'll do Geller. It keeps switching it on me. This is Albert Cloudsley and Oberon Geller. He kind of looks like definitely looks like an Oberon. This guy definitely looks like a Albert, even though Oberon kind of sounds very distinguished. I don't know, but this guy definitely looks like an Albert. I don't know. Okay, so we have that clue there. So it's so with that, this is correct. This is Albert Cloudsley. Blank blank push blank. So obviously Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the blank of blank. If we look at the map, this is the camp. So this portion here is overlooking. This is overlooking two islands, so this is definitely the Horn of Thumb. Sorry guys, I want to make sure I'm recording. This is definitely the Horn of Thumb. So this is the Horn of Thumb. Yeah. Then we have this book. Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner Albert Cloudsley Esquire suddenly pushed him off the cliff. But why? What happened? Why did he push him off? Why murder? Why that being the resort, you know? Why murder? What happened? He's just surveying the weather, man. I don't think there's anything else that we need to look at here. I feel like all we know is that one of these guys have just gems, and I feel like it's Albert. He's the only one that has just the gems and some coins in his bag. This guy, however, there's something about, also there's something about an amount that's being left to them. Like they are inheriting a certain amount of the items that they, of the expedition, like the items that, the treasures that they find, they can keep a certain portion of it. And it looks like possibly Geller was given more, or was it Albert that was given more and Geller stole more than what he actually was allowed to attain? You know what I mean? Am I wrong? Could be. Again, there's not really much to go off of, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going and see. So now, okay, so we have one unalived person. Now we have the ultimately passing of a rural gentleman. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. Complications in the family. So this one, we have man. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. I always read this. Why do I have to read this every time? He has a ring. They didn't have a ring on them in the last scene, right? A ring with a ruby. The man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. Again, I'm still trying to figure out. This kind of looks like foreplay to me. It definitely is. There's no way. There's this jacket here. Like, why would it be here? But someone definitely staged this. So we have a dead man here, and then we have this idol. Someone's definitely stolen this idol, or is still in the process of stealing it. Yeah, so something happened in that last scene where someone took the idol. One or the other person is supposed to have it or inherit that idol, but definitely someone else is trying to take it, and there's definitely someone who might have it or end up attaining it who shouldn't. Yikes. A yacht is slowly floating in the river. A horse is running in the yard. This clue, okay, I keep reading that. I don't know why I knew. Okay. Spontaneous combustion. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. The only thing is, like, why does it say spontaneous combustion? Unless the letter is supposed to talk about spontaneous combustion. August 22nd, 1786. So Albert Cloudsley So this happened in 17, what did the other letter say? 1742? So about 40 years before this. So Albert Cloudsley killed a man for the idol, and somehow it's ended up in one of his descendants' hands. This dude named Sebastian. So at noon he woke up, a beautiful day. 12:30, washed and dressed in my dining attire. 2 o'clock, had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. 4 o'clock, changed to my hunting attire. 5 o'clock, rode to hunt badgers and had no luck today and returned home. 6 o'clock, changed to my researching attire, which is that jacket sitting on the chair because it had a measuring instrument there. And then we have, this is 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, changed to my dining attire. Okay. So again, military time throws me off so bad. Oh my God, my brain. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 30, filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for research. Had a tasty beef loin for supper around 8. So the only things that they have highlighted are the types of attire that he changed into at certain times. We also have this calendar here, which is the week of the 23rd of August. A tall rickety ladder. We have Woodshire, Crow Tower, and Blackfield, and I'm assuming this... Oh, interesting. This is something I did not see last game. So this is the home of a certain family, if you can see here on the map. I feel like I need to make a note of this, because... So we have these little seals here that I didn't see before. So we have Woodshire. Let's see, Woodshire is the dino. It looks like a dino or a person standing up with spikes on their back. Then we have Blackfield. And there's like a face or a creature with its arms and legs like spread out, like... Okay, so I don't know. Let's just call it a fairy with surprised fairy. We'll call it a surprised fairy. And then we have this guy here in Crow Tower. And it's I honestly don't know what that is, but it looks like a rabbit holding a candle. So we'll just put rabbit candle. Interesting. So I want to go ahead and hold on to that. So I think these are like, I don't know, these are house symbols. Yeah, these are house symbols for sure. House symbols, Blackfield. So he definitely lives in front of a river where the yacht is. And his house is located in Blackfield. Okay. So this looks like Mr. Sebastian. Or is it Sebastian? This could be Sebastian, but this can also be... This can also be Albert, the guy that pushed the Oberon off of the cliff. It could very well be. Definitely some foul play here. Henry Clover, lead poison. I'm gonna take those. Is there anything else I'm missing? Okay, I got the horse. So this is definitely Sebastian for sure. I don't know if this is necessarily him in the photo. It could very well be, but it can also be his ancestor. So this is like lead poisoning. Why would somebody be looking for a book on lead poisoning? I'm thinking that maybe this guy was poisoned with lead somehow, but somebody made it seem like it was an accident. That's what it looks like. Obviously. I'm gonna make sure I'm recording. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the clues. So we have, okay, attire. So this is definitely, so this has to be the dead guy. This has to be Sebastian. No, this has to be the dead guy anyway, in the bed. So this is his dining attire, this is his researching attire, and this is his hunting attire, for sure. This is Sebastian Cloudsley, absolutely. Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of... What was his location? The surprised fairy symbol that was by the river, right? Yeah, we're gonna put, so that was Blackfield. The cause of death was it was a horse. No, sorry. Cause of death was a head wound, because obviously his head looks pretty beat up, which occurred when he fell from a horse while he was hunting. Because he was in his hunting attire. He was in his hunting attire, yeah. While the Lord of Blackfield was hunting, his horse threw him off and he suffered a deadly wound to the head. Now, I feel like the ending of these scenarios, the results, are actually not 100% true. We might find that out later in the game. I don't know. I feel like these are just like, I guess, hypothetical or like theoretical occurrences that could have happened that caused the deaths of these people. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the August 23rd thing. August 23rd. But now that I saw those symbols, now I'm gonna like really sit with those in the next scene. We have a mask here. We have lead poisoning. I don't think any of these were necessarily, because I feel like I gotta remember these symbols. My humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. Okay. Alright, let's just keep going. I don't think there's anything more. But then this guy showed up, and there is a bell. 3 people. Sebastian Cloudsley, 1733 to 1786. So he was born 1733. The last scene that we saw, the guy of Albert pushing Oberon off of the cliff, was in 1742. I should have written that down. Maybe I should just go back. He died 1786, August 23rd, supposedly. And there are these 3 people. There's a reason why they're showing these 3 people, which we're going to get into the next scene. But I want to see what year was their letters. What year were their letters? Yeah, 1742. So this is like 40 years. No, is that 40? Yeah. So this is 40 years before the death of Sebastian Cloudsley in the horse accident. Okay. So we have a funeral, 3 people. The dramatic departure of an outsider. The dramatic departure of an outsider. I gotta make sure I remember these. The beginning of these. Because they also tell a lot too. Complications in the family. Okay, so we're still in chapter 1. So, again, we have this guy. Spare me, devil. I was simply following orders. This guy definitely looks like he looks traumatized. He has an astonishing monkey man. Monkey Man. Property of pair brothers. And we have a knife that says the letter A. Okay. This guy also, who's on fire. Jesus Christ. A scorched horse brush. Yeah, that's definitely scorched. A scorched knife. Jeez Louise. What the blazes? Too soon. So this guy has August Jockey Club Derby. He is betting on horse number 3, the Raging Sultan, and he bet 35 pounds. I'm not sure what 35 pounds is, what is equivalent to like dollars, American dollars, but it's 35 pounds. Okay, so he doesn't really have anything else on him, just this paper. And he says, now if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. Again, this particular scene will have me all mixed up, so it's almost like I'm going back into it like blind, but there's some things I remember. This guy has money. He has 1 pound, 2 shillings, and 2 pence. Okay. He also has a ring on him. Sebastian had a ring on him. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. Interesting. The sacred glyphs for combustion on the idol. So now he has the idol. Here's the idol. Has a little lever here. Here are the symbols. Can't really interact with it at all, I don't think. We have this guy. Interesting. So definitely everybody involved knows they're in on this entire thing, but there's obviously this guy catching on fire, this spontaneous combustion situation. Definitely has surprised this guy over here, the other guy with the white wig on, but this guy seems like he's just kind of like expecting it, or he's not expecting it, but he's like, and he's just kind of keeping his cool, which is, it's kind of an interesting reaction to somebody bursting in the flames. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. So he has a tobacco pouch. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are visiting my nephew, EC. And this bag also has EC on it. It's a saddle bag. It doesn't say what's in it. 2 shillings and a penny. Okay, so he doesn't have a lot of money on him. But he has some. And a dagger. So he has a job to do. This guy doesn't have a weapon on him. This guy doesn't have a weapon on him. He just has the idol. So he's definitely been using something else, like poison or, the idol, or spells, it seems like. So he's trying to escape. So clearly he stole the idol. I don't know. We're gonna get into it. This guy, he has a tobacco pouch labeled Ash Blair Finest Tobacco. Okay, yeah, we read that. This has EC on it. He has a note that says EC on it. So clearly this is not his satchel. Or maybe it is. This was definitely given to him because whoever wrote, or maybe, I don't know. I still have to remember everything. Stable Rhoda for Adam and James. I believe this guy's name is Adam. I really don't know what these two things are on the ground. So So Monday through Wednesday, James is in charge of horse grooming, and Thursday through Saturday, Adam is. Okay. This man was also, so this guy and the other dude here were in the picture for the funeral for Sebastian Cloudsley. Again, EC on the handkerchief, 3 pounds and 3 shillings. Okay, so he has a little bit more money on him. Dear Edmund, yeah, so this is EC, or yeah, I think. It has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Gorman is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I am sure you will find very useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Yours, Theo. So Edmund, he has a blade on him. Huh. Maybe for opening letters? I doubt it. And he's also has a newspaper called the London Gazetteer. Monday, September 7th, 1786. So yeah, so this is a few months after the Sebastian Cloudsley guy's demise. Okay, this guy up here, look, this is the symbol that we saw on the map. So this is the dino, Woodshire. So they are in Woodshire. So they're they're further away from the river. They are in the forest or closer to the woods. Interesting. Now, okay, so we have this lady. Wasn't she in the picture too of the funeral or the gravesite? My apologies. He can be so bad here sometimes. Shamal Bahat Simhasana Batisi. I'm not sure what that means, but there's definitely, this is a foreign book to their country. This seems like it's Hindu or Hindi or Indian. 6 rings with various stones. So she has jewelry on her. 4 pounds. She has 4 pounds. A fan. And an ornamented Qatar blade. Why does she have... It's like all these people have blades on them, so it seems like these people with the blades on them have like security issues. Like they definitely feel like someone is after them, or I don't know. That's just what I'm getting. But pair twins, Fat Lord. So this must represent Sebastian because he is considered a lord, or he was. And then you have the pair twins. So there's someone who's making fun of the pair twins. Graffiti with the words Fat Lord and pair twins. So someone's definitely making fun of the pair twins' name. Maybe they're making fun of their shape as well, their physicalities, I don't know. And then we have Fat Lord. So someone really doesn't like these people. And then, okay, we have Batley, Cloudsley, Hubert. I did not see this. So this is like the dino guy. The symbols, like the house symbols. And this one was the Woodshire. And this is not a fairy. It's a wolf with swords. But this is the Cloudsley household, which is in Blacksfield. So that's Sebastian Cloudsley. The Batleys. So, but why is... So the Batleys, this is... Okay, so they are in... So we are in Woodshire. Interesting. I don't know what that one is. This one is the Cuberts. Nicholas Maker, attorney. I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. This guy has a ring too. A ring with a ruby. He has 2 shillings, 3 pence. So it seems like everybody so far, except for the guy that's on fire, obviously. The guy with the booklet or the pamphlet and the knife with the initial of the A on it. they don't have money on them. Interesting. But one of the guy that looks like he's well off, I don't know, standing outside with the white wig on, he has nothing on him besides a pamphlet for like a betting paper for the horses. Reading of the last will and testament of Sebastian Cloudsley, September 7th, 1786. Albert Cloudsley, okay. So Albert is the one pushing Oberon off of the cliff in the first scene. Mary Cloudsley is Albert's mother. So the son of the sons of Albert are Sebastian, the one that just died, and Edmund, which I believe is the guy with the brown wig on and the glasses standing in the doorway. So he's the eldest. Willard is... The title did say before we started this particular chapter, it said the untimely... Did it say... the dramatic death of a stranger? Something like that? But this says Willard Wright Associate. What does that mean? Is he not... Okay, so maybe this is not necessarily a family tree. In a way it is, but these 4 inheritors all present. So Sebastian, Rose, Edmund, Willard, and Peter are all inheritors of Sebastian's, wishes. Beatrix is not. So Willard Wright doesn't... So he's not a family member? Because if he was, there's a line here from Beatrix Batley to Peter. Between Sebastian and Beatrix. This guy, it just says associate, question mark. Interesting. So okay. So we're going to go ahead and, take the names down. Interesting. So this is an attorney. His name is Nicholas Maker. So he's definitely the attorney because he's holding on to the will and speaking to, I'm assuming this is Mrs. Rose Cubert, like on the... Or maybe this is Beatrix? I can't remember. Is she the wife or is this Rose? No, because why would Beatrix be here? She's not one of the beneficiaries or the inheritors like Rose is, so that must be Rose Cubert. Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal every day and do not waste your time on trivialities. How to avoid being upset. Strive for that which holds meaning and do not shrink from responsibility. How to be inspired. Take a walk in your forest and breathe the fresh air. How to avoid being scared. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. Jeez. That'll teach him. That'll encourage him. Okay, so now we have papers. Dear Peter Batley, we've sent you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet to date the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payments as soon as possible, or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255. Blackguard and Buck loans. BBL. BNBL. Black and Buck loans. Okay, so that's a clue of someone. So this is somebody else placing bets. But it's by the fireplace. So why is this one by the fireplace? Spinning Jenny. So someone has betted on horse number 6. Their names being Spinning Jenny, and they've bet £50 on that horse. I, Sebastian Cloudsley of Blackfield County, being in bodily health and of sound and disposing mind and memory, nominate the appointed Nicholas Maker as executor of my last will and testament. Dear Brother Edmund, Okay. I bequeath to you, I mean, this is all over the place. I bequeath to you the golden idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long ago, and I resolved to help you. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial trouble. Okay, so this part of the letter is definitely going to Peter, because Peter Batley is the one that has the financial issues. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Therefore, I bequeath to you the notes from the research I have undertaken on astronomy. I grant you leave to finish and publish it under both our names. Okay. We met so rarely after you left for colonies. Therefore, I bequeath to you my savings, land, and the Blackfield Manor House. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. I'm assuming it says accomplishments. Dear Willard Wright, dear Rose Hubert. Willard Wright is the associate to Edmund. Huh. From what I saw in the... Okay, so let's go ahead. So these... We have the Pear brothers. There's these twins, and this guy has a knife on him that has an A on it. Hold on. This guy has an idol on him, but he's... Now, if it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. So this guy is doing something with combustion. Stole the idol from Sebastian. This guy, because he's... Okay, I didn't even realize he's holding something in his hand. And it's definitely the idol, because I can see the ruby there, so it's activated. So it seems like this man... Oh, so he's scared. Obviously, he's traumatized by this, but now I'm wondering, this guy looks so traumatized. Is he looking at this guy with the idol? Telling him, spare me, devil, I was simply following orders. So their orders were to take care of the stable, take care of the horse grooming and stable cleaning. This guy is walking out, but he... Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are visiting my nephew, E.C. So this is this guy. E.C. is Edmund Cloudsley, as in the will. So he's asking this guy to prepare the carriage. So is this guy... He's in the stables, and in his letter, it says that there's this Theo guy is writing to Edmund about a David Gorin. I don't remember everything about this. We're going to get to that. So this guy... They don't really have like a calendar of dates. So this guy has an A on his knife. So I'm assuming that's going to be Adam Pear. Adam and James. But then we have the Pear brothers. He was just following orders, which would mean he would be in the stable. Okay, we're gonna go back. Adam Pear. this guy... This guy is... He has to be David Gorman because he's walking out of the stable, so he also has a saddlebag. This one's Edmund because he has like his name all over, like on his own handkerchief and on a newspaper. So it's definitely Edmund Cloudsley. This one, she's definitely inherited something because why would she be there? And plus Beatrix's name is not here, so this is definitely Rose Kubert. This guy is the lawyer, and his name was Nicholas Maker. One second. What is this guy? Spontaneous combustion. Okay. See, he has a saddle brush and a knife too, and they both kind of have similar knives. So if he has a knife that has an A on it, his knife definitely got to have a J. Oh, wait a minute. That is a J on his knife. I didn't even realize the color of it. So this is James. That is James. This is James Pear. So these are the Pear twins, and one of them... So it looks like this guy, Adam, is scared of this guy. But he ended up setting his brother on fire. This guy here, let me see. Everybody else... Willard Wright, associate to Edmund Cloudsley. Peter, okay. He has a ring on him. That's obviously he's trustworthy as an attorney getting the ring. This guy has nothing on him. There's no money. Who else? He has money. He has money. He has money. These two don't, but we know that these are the twins. So they're definitely, we have them figured out. This guy has no money yet. He has a betting. He's placed a bet. Maybe the other one by the fireplace is also his bet too. Maybe I don't think he would bet on. You wouldn't bet on two, would you? 2 horses? I don't know. I don't know how betting works, but... Who was the one that didn't have the money? Peter Batley. So we're going to say that this guy... Okay, I believe I'm remembering now. This guy is Peter. This guy is Peter. Where is his name? Peter Batley. There we go. Oh, I can't remember this guy's name. But it looks like we have all of the names. So this is going to be Willard Wright then. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he's the associate. So we got to go ahead and fill this out. But then we also have to do this too. Hold on one second. So... There are, okay, so we met so rarely after you left for the colonies, therefore I bequeath to you my savings, land, and Blackfield Manor House. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. Who would he tell this to? Okay, let's just, So obviously David Gorin is out of the question, and I'm assuming so is Willard Wright, because he's kind of like just an associate to Edmund. And Edmund is the brother of Sebastian. Hold on. Because he says, what does he say in his letter? No, not in that one. This guy has a letter from Edmund. This guy over here with the glasses, or with the spectacles. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew. So this guy's nephew, he's the brother of Sebastian, and Sebastian's son would be Peter. Why are they going to visit Peter? Huh. I'm gonna assume because he says better than mere politics. In one of the letters that Edmund had on him, it said that he made a speech on the London Gazetteer, and it says Lord Edmund Cloudley's speech stirs Parliament. So Parliament obviously is political government. So let's go ahead and see. So I'm assuming this one is Edmund Cloudsley. My late sister, your mother, disclosed your financial troubles to me long ago, and I resolved to help you. So these are all of the pieces of the letter that, or not the letter, but part of the will that's by the fireplace that they're trying to get rid of this evidence, or somebody is. Financial troubles to me long ago, and I resolved to help you. Peter is the one who clearly has financial issues because he has no money on him. He's gambling or betting on horses, and he had no money on his person at all or anything else. So Peter Cloudsley, I bequeath to you the golden idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. Would that be Rose? Because she had a lot of rings on her, and okay, it's not saying that anything is wrong just yet. We met so rarely after you left for colonies. Therefore, I bequeath to you my savings, land, and Blackfield Manor house. Would that be his? It couldn't be his. It would not be Willard Wright. Yeah, absolutely not. That doesn't make any sense. So, would it be the lawyer? It wouldn't be the lawyer. Well, no, it couldn't be the lawyer. That doesn't make. It wouldn't make sense. So. Okay, so obviously it's not going to go to Rose, right? Nicholas, so... Would he give it to his... would he give it to his sister? No, this guy... Okay, so we're going to stick with Edmund Cloudsley. This I'm going to put for Rose Kubert. It can't be Willard Wright. It makes no sense. Oh, I keep doing that. So this is Peter Cloudsley, Edmund Cloudsley, or Peter Batley, I'm sorry. Okay, so 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. Okay, is it this guy? Willard Wright? So it is Willard. I bequeath to you the golden idol of Xenopolis. You will know what to do with it. Interesting. So we're gonna see what's going on. So we have... Hold on, guys. Let me check the camera. There we go. Okay. So it says blank blank was blank to receive blank in blank blank's will. So Sebastian Cloudsley's will, and ordered blank and blank take the idol. Okay, so take the idol. So it's definitely an idol from... So Willard Wright, so the guy that's actually holding the idol. But then again, the Cloudsleys, were they even supposed to have the idol? Because it was supposed to go to, was it? I don't know. Was this kind of supposed to go to the guy that was getting pushed off the cliff, and now the Cloudsleys have it, and they're not supposed to, but Sebastian put it in the will to keep it in the family? I don't know, but Willard Wright has the idol on him. The person who's on fire. Who's on fire? James. So his knife says J. So James Pear died from spontaneous combustion. But who were sent to kill? Who was sent to kill? Okay. Who did he... Okay, let me see. Let me look at the will. Let me look at the letters again. So this is Peter. I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you clearly lack. I think it was Peter. I think Peter's the correct one. Because he's not really getting anything. He's just getting a book. He's just getting the aphorisms. And this is also tossed on the floor near the fireplace. So clearly Peter was the one that got the aphorisms. Because he had, you know, he's not financially responsible. So I'm going to put Peter, because I think it was Peter Batley. So I'm assuming Peter Batley was upset to receive the aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered who would he ask to kill? Order to take the idol. Okay, so maybe it was the brothers. So maybe it was Adam Pear and James Pear. Okay, so it's the brothers. Huh. That sucks. Peter Batley, encumbered by his gambling debts, had placed high hopes on his uncle's statement. Yikes. On his uncle's testament, upon discovering he had inherited nothing but a book of aphorisms, he tore up the will and ordered his servants to take the gold statue from the stranger Willard. Suddenly, one of the servants burst into flames. Interesting. Wow. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for sticking around till the end. If you guys like this type of gameplay, mystery, puzzles, cozy gameplays, or all of the above, please make a comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button if you feel inclined. We have cozy times here. Sending you guys so much love. Stay bright, stay healthy, stay cozy, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.